Wow. Welcome to the Season 25 premiere of Laker Connections. I'm Kenny Gerard, joined by my good friend Lucas McGarry. And Lucas, man, we're old. It's our 25th season.
25 seasons, and I saw the video. I'd look nothing like how I did.
No,
I grew a full beard now instead of just a mustache. I learned.
We look a lot less professional, but we figured that Lakers merch made more sense for a Lakers show.
Yeah.
So
we were dressed into the nines.
Yeah, we will.
We might do that one more time, but probably not.
Probably for like senior week or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's
Senior,
coming soon.
I feel like we gotta dress the nines for senior
All right,
week.
let's get into it.
Let's get into it. Yes.
It's been a long time since me and you've been able to chat Lakers hockey, but there's no better time than right now. We are officially through the first round of SUNYAC playoffs, and both men's and women's teams keep on dancing. The men's team took a huge first-round win last night here in the Deb, since nobody gets a bye week anymore. The women secured the 2 seed and got to watch from home to see who they will be taking on Saturday. Lucas, it's once again time for the Wheelhouse Wire. Let's tell the folks at home how the playoffs are shaking up, and let's kick things off by recapping the women's team's last game of the regular season.
Yeah, absolutely. We had a good game coming up. Oswego State's women's hockey team even the score with a hard-fought 2-1 win over the William Smith Herons, finishing their season off high. It was the exact same 2-1 scoreline as their November meeting, but this time the Lakers came out on top. All 3 goals were scored in a very fast-paced first period. Freshman Liliana Ficaro got Oswego on the board just 5:46 into the game for her 3rd goal of the season. The Lakers struck again 2 minutes later when senior Brittany Iverson set up junior Leah Coley to make it 2-0. However, William Smith would respond just a minute after that, but that would be the last goal of the night. From there, it turned into a defensive masterclass from the Lakers. The Lakers' penalty kill was clutch in the 3rd, coming in multiple big-time key moments, shutting down 2 William Smith opportunities. Then in the final minute, William Smith pulled their goalie, but Oswego State composed, blocking shots and limiting chances. Oswego would take the dub 2-1 and finish out a season strong 8-4-2 in conference.
I mean, you start off the day sitting in the 4 seed and you end up in the 2. Doesn't get much better than that. You know, we put like credit when we do videos, like we're crediting someone else. Maybe on your readers, we should put credit ChatGPT right in the corner for you.
Absolutely, dude. We could do that all day.
We could.
For how long? How many episodes could we do of it?
A lot.
All of our episodes were sponsored by every single one.
Oswego Athletics writing page on ChatGPT.
Dude, the swim and dive one took all my time.
I believe it. I actually write my readers, but it's fine. I do for hockey and basketball.
You didn't. All of last season.
Not for swim and dive, though.
All of last season.
Whatever, I'm busy. We're talking about women's hockey. No, they started the day as the 4 seed and jumped their way up to the 2. I mean, that's impressive. I mean, I didn't expect them to even get that high up into the rankings this season.
I think they can do it again.
I don't see any reason why they wouldn't, but I guess we'll talk about the men's team now, huh?
Go ahead.
All right. Well, it is yet another postseason where the Lakers had to take on the Buffalo State Bengals to move on in the SUNYAC playoffs. In 2025 and 2023, the Bengals came into the Deb to take on the Lakers in the postseason, and that would be when their postseason ends. And last night, the story wasn't much different. On a very unusual Wednesday night game, the 2-seed Oswego State Lakers played host to the 7-seeded Buffalo State Bengals. The Lakers and Bengals faced off just 4 days earlier on Saturday for senior night and took a huge victory of 6-1. The first period started off all Lakers after an opening goal from Cam Simons. The Bengals would even it up and would take command in the back half of the second after a goal from Aaron Andrade. I almost messed it up, and I said it all day yesterday. Although the first period would be the best the Bengals did all night, as Oswego took command in the second, scoring a pair of goals from Matt McQuaid and Colin Vassalo, both on the power play. After the Lakers flexed the 4th best power play in the United States, the Lakers would roll into the 3rd and get 2 more goals, taking a commanding 5-1 victory over Buffalo State. The Lakers move on and get to host the SUNYAC semifinals this Saturday against the Skidmore Thoroughbreds. Lucas, it's another dominant Lakers win, and they got the job done.
Yes, Kenny, it is a very dominant win for the Oswego State Lakers. Yeah, it was a very good game for the Oswego Lakers. I was there. It was super fun. Actually, I was in the studio for this game, but I did actually get to watch the Oswego and Buffalo State Bengals game. It was dominant, to say the least. After that first period, it was a shellacking. And they really showed that, I mean, they can at least try and get another chance against Hobart. And I really think with the opportunities that they've had so far, come up a little short, but only where to move up is up.
Poor Michael Manzi was getting beat up all season. Didn't change last night.
Beaten up. He got killed last night.
Let's talk about Saturday now for the women's team.
Yeah, absolutely. SUNYAC finals are here, and it's the 2-seed Oswego Lakers hosting the 3-seed Cortland Red Dragons at the Deb with a championship berth on the line. Oswego and Cortland have identical conference records at 8-4-2, and both have very balanced scoring, offense and defense. Oswego scores 2.31 goals per game and allows 1.72, while Cortland averages 2.76 and allows 1.76. So again, very, very even. They split the regular season series. Oswego won 3-2 in their first meeting, and Cortland answered with a 3-1 victory in their second, showing how evenly matched these teams really are. It's going to be a very, very fun matchup between these two teams. Oswego and Cortland going to be coming up very, very soon.
Going to be a great game. Yeah, no, I mean, if there is a team that could knock off Oswego, it could be Cortland. And I honestly feel like in recent years, there's more of a rivalry between Oswego and Cortland in women's hockey than it would be Plattsburgh. They've knocked them out of the playoffs a couple of times. They've gotten testy in the regular season. So, you know, if there is a team that's going to do it, it would be Cortland. But Oswego, I think, would really enjoy a victory against Cortland. I think that would be a huge win for them, more than Plattsburgh, I feel like.
They absolutely can. I mean, they've done it in years past. They're going to be able to do it again here if they can just play the way that they've been playing at the top of their game, because we know that they have the skills to do so. They just need to play that way.
It's a way to test a young team. Well, let's move on to the next one. If the teleprompter would scroll down, because I have a reader. So we'll just keep going, and we'll keep going, and we'll keep... Man, Lucas, wow. You can tell ChatGPT to make it 30 seconds. For the fourth straight season, the SUNYAC semifinals will take place in the Deb as the Lakers get set to take on the Skidmore Thoroughbreds. I'm talking. Skidmore is in their first year in the SUNYAC, as well as Hobart, who are currently making up half of the remaining field in the SUNYAC playoffs. The one-seeded and undefeated Hobart Statesmen will host the four-seeded Cortland Red Dragons at the same time as the two-seed Lakers taking on the three-seed Thoroughbreds. For Laker fans, if they want a SUNYAC championship to come back home to Oswego, they'll need to root for a Laker and Red Dragon victory to set the stage for the 2 and 4 seed to face off in the finals. The Lakers had the best of Skidmore throughout the season with a total score of 8-2 over their two matchups. The Lakers are looking to become back-to-back SUNYAC champions and punch their ticket to the SUNYAC finals, while on the other side of things, the Thoroughbreds are looking to make some noise in their first season in the conference and make the finals as the league's rookies. Lucas, one thing's for sure, it's going to be a close one. It comes down to the wire. What does each side need to get a victory in this one and go to the finals?
Do you really think Oswego is going to let a team that isn't in the SUNYAC going to go to the SUNYAC finals
against the
other? Well, no, I mean, it's a
former
the rookies. What I mean to say is a team that isn't a SUNYAC OG, and they're probably going to go up against the other non-SUNYAC OG. So is it really in the first year that we have these two new teams in the conference going to be the two new teams? That's just embarrassing in my eyes if you are the SUNYAC, and I don't think Oswego's going to let that happen.
It's starting to look like it, but, you know, if Oswego wants to hold on to the SUNYAC for the way it was, they got two tough teams to probably get through to be SUNYAC champions again. Well, that's going to do it here for our Wheelhouse Wire. We're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, it'll be time for the Zeal Zip. You're watching Laker Connections right here on WTOP 10. Welcome back to the DK experience. Go back to your job.
Every NFL fan has played for the last 15 games. They beat.
Writing a letter to the NFL fans? Get out of here with that.
Let me finish. No,
finish.
Stop.
Johnny Manziel, that guy, he's a loser.
No, that's.
Oh.
Watch the DK experience.
Is there anything interesting happening in here? Joe, is there anything interesting happening in here?
Yes, there is some interesting stuff tonight. We're doing our weather outside.
Oh, okay.
Our quick weather.
Never mind.
Let's see, I'm sorry to cut you off first.
Welcome back into the season 25 premiere of Laker Connections, your only place for all things Laker sports. Fan Gerard, Lucas McGarry.
Hello, hello.
Why don't you say we just get right into it, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. Basketball.
While basketball has ended in Oswego for the academic year, the season is not over for the men's team. The women's team season is wrapped up after the first round of the SUNYAC playoffs, but for the men, They got it done in the first round and move on to the semifinals hosted in Cortland, New York. The Red Dragons with the 1 seed hold home court advantage the rest of the way out. The Lakers are still on the chase to top the SUNYAC again for the first time since 2023. It's time to zip on over to the Zeal for tonight's Zeal Zip. Lucas, kick us off with how the women's season ended.
Yeah, unfortunately for Oswego, their season came to a close Tuesday night with a 48-38 loss to Plattsburgh in the first round of the SUNYAC tournament at Memorial Hall. The Lakers finished the year 11-15 overall and 9-9 in conference play. Oswego came out strong, taking a 14-12 lead after the first quarter behind Sarah Herschler and Brever, which they're very prone to do, take early leads. Herschler led all scorers with 17 points and added 8 rebounds, while Weaver chipped in 9 off the bench. However, Plattsburgh grabbed a 26-20 halftime lead, and although Oswego answered with a 9-0 run in the third to go up 33-30, entering the fourth, the Cardinals closed the game on an 11-0 run down the stretch to seal the 48-38 win.
Yeah, I mean, it stings when any team wearing green and gold loses to Plattsburgh. I mean, you never like to lose your rival school in any sport, especially when it comes to the playoffs. So, I mean, it's an unfortunate end. They had a bad skid at the end. You know, you lose to Morrisville, one of their only wins of the season in the SUNYAC, and you know it was tough. They had a good weekend last weekend to try and push their way up the rankings, and surprisingly, you know, Oneonta was sitting at the 3 seed when Saturday started, and by the end of Saturday, they were down at the 6 seed. So, you know, a couple of wins for Oswego boosted their ranking, but it just wasn't enough in this one. Plattsburgh was just the better team, and unfortunately, that's the way the season goes. But there's a lot of good things to look at. It's a young team as well, so they still have room to work and improve for the next season.
They've been the story for them all season long. They start out hot, they score a bunch of points, and then they get completely skunked in the second half. Like third and fourth quarter, they become a ghost team, and it has just been that way all season. Unfortunately, it's how they play in the playoffs too.
Well, let's move on to men's basketball now. The men's team turned a 9-point halftime lead into a runaway second half surge. They pulled away from the Morrisville Mustangs with a dominant final 20 minutes. The Lakers outscored the Mustangs 58-46 after the break, shooting better than 51% from the floor and an impressive 54% from beyond the arc. Jason McGee led the charge with a game-high 29 points off the bench, including a perfect 15 for 15 at the free throw line. Deacon Judd controlled the paint with 20 points and 15 rebounds, 8 of which on the offensive side of the glass. And Oswego dominated with second chance points 25-8, and they owned the board 63-32. Now, Chris White-Luciano added 4 3-pointers for 14 points, while Stephen Bradley chipped in 13. Oswego forced 14 turnovers and got 43 points from its bench, and to put the game away before the final media timeout. It was over. The Lakers head to the SUNYAC tournament semifinals Friday at SUNY Cortland, where they'll face Oneonta at 5:30. Lucas, it might have been a blessing in disguise for Lakers fans for Oswego to fall from 2 to 3 as they got treated with one last home game, but take me through how this all unfolded. You were calling the game.
Yeah, I was on the call. That game was a ton of fun. Oswego came in with so much energy in that game, and I will say, give credit to Morrisville because they held their own for a very good chunk of that game. They were battling back and forth.
That Oswego bench is dangerous, dude.
Their whole bench is good. They have so much depth. Like you said, Chris White-Luciano is their best three-point shooter, and he comes off the bench. Jason McGee, second in scoring, he comes off of the bench. All of these guys are depth players. They're freshmen, come off the bench and score points. You got a guy like Patrick Emling who has routinely come off the bench, and he'll have game highs, 16 points, again, coming off the bench. And that's not even talking about the starters that I don't even have to mention. SUNYAC Player of the Year, Deacon Judd, all immediately going to be in the play at the SUNYAC tournament. It's going to be really, really fun to watch.
Yeah, looking down, I like that new TOP scoreboard. I'm trying to point at it, but right over there. It looks very nice.
It is such a pretty scoreboard.
Well, hey, you want to talk more men's hoop? Let's take me into the preview for the next matchup.
Yeah, absolutely.
Take me to Cortland.
Woo, I will. The Oswego State Lakers will travel to Cortland this weekend to first take on the Oneonta Red Dragons in the semifinals of the SUNYAC tournament. The Oswego State Lakers, who are coming off of a dominant win over the Mustangs, look to continue their dominant campaign. They averaged 84.5 points per game while allowing just 69.6, with Jason McGee leading the scoring and Deacon Judd controlling the paint. Chris White-Luciano and Stephen Bradley providing perimeter scoring and floor spacing, giving Oswego threats all over the court. The Oneonta Red Dragons, who secured a bye with the 2 seed and also a 15-3 conference record, averaged just 76 points a game, but allow 69.1 points per game, which is just a little bit less than the Lakers. These two teams have already split their season series. Oswego won the first matchup, and Oswego won the second matchup, making this a semifinal, a true tiebreaker with a trip to the SUNYAC championship on the line.
Well, what's crazy is, I've been here for a while now, and I've seen guys like Jeremiah Sparks playing for Oswego. And when he left, and a lot of the seniors who left in the last 2 seasons, I went, man, what are we going to do?
Yeah, it was really weird.
There have been some players that have seriously stepped up, and that's kudos to Leon's recruiting class and Oswego's being able to recruit. And not even that, some of these guys were just not nearly as good last year as they are this year, but the improvement this team has made from year 1 to year 2 is incredible. And even if they don't get it done this year, man, I'm excited to see them next year, although we'll be watching from WTOP 10 and we'll be I guess. We will be able to see.
They only got one senior graduating, too.
Exactly.
Just
they're going to be a
one,
very
so
dominant team moving forward.
Fun.
They're going to be a lot of fun next year, but I think there's a good chance they get it done this year. But we'll talk about who we think will win championships after the break. We'll throw it to a quick break. When we come back, it'll be time to talk about some swim and dive and some SUNYAC champions.
I saw bread, and I want some bread.
I feel like the amount of work that we get here is very different than a community college. So at my last school, we had at least an essay a week that was due for any given class.
Yeah. Also make you really done because you start in the fall, where it's kind of like one. Still good sport.
If it's hockey,
It's what they score!
it's on Hockey Talk.
It's over!
Join Rob Finger and his panel of guests
Their behavior against easy teams, how do you lose to the Bruins twice?
as they take you through the hockey world.
We welcome you with open arms.
Tune into Hockey Talk, Mondays at 9:30 after East Coast hockey games, only on WTOP.
Oh boy!
Good evening and welcome to Jeopardy. I am your host, Joe.
Hello, Simon.
Joe is at this place. And I'm very concerned to see what Piper's answer is here. Sorry, it's a 98-page rule book.
You guys are stumped still?
Joe, I'm going to sound like a little snob here. It was not founded by Ray Kroc.
Welcome back into the season 25 premiere of Laker Connections, your only place for all things Laker sports. I'm Kenny Gerard, joined by Lucas McGarry. And Lucas, usually I'm the one who starts all this stuff. I'm going to take a back seat. You guys had a great weekend at SUNYAC's. Take the floor with swim and dive.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a phenomenal day for both our men's and women's team here at Oswego. We have the Oswego State women's and men's swim and dive team, and we traveled to Buffalo last week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for a really, really tremendous meet, and perfect, we're already up. On the women's side, we're going to start with first. We saw pure dominance from two Oswego Lakers, starting off with probably the greatest Oswego swimmer to ever step foot into Laker Hall, Jana LaFerrier. This SUNYAC, she competed in 7 events and finished with 7 medals, 3 individual events, 3 SUNYAC championships in the 50, 100, and 200-meter freestyle events, while also breaking 2 Oswego records, one being her own. One other female swimmer to mention, Izzy Daig, someone who also medaled in all of her events, 3 individual events, 1 gold and 2 silvers, along with 2 Oswego records herself. The Oswego Oswego women's team finished 3rd overall to go along with 14 medals total. And then on the men's side, they shared similar success. Nate Radivine was the points leader for the Lakers. He had a great meet, finishing with 2 bronze medals and a silver, as well as being part of the 800 free relay SUNYAC championship team. One other swimmer I have to talk about is Mitchell Stevens, who might have made the greatest history of all. Not only did he become the SUNYAC champion in the 200 butterfly this past Saturday, but he also broke Oswego's oldest swim record from all the way back in 1977. This record was held by a former Olympian by the name of Pete Rosencrantz, but no longer as Mitchell destroys it. The men's team would also end up finishing 3rd in the meet with 7 medals of their own. And Kenny, honestly, I'm just so proud of both of these teams. And it was so fun to watch just as a swimmer. Me and Mike, I know we had a fantastic time watching our teammates have just an infinite amount of success. It seemed like our coach was gushing with how much he enjoyed it. He said it was probably the most fun he's ever had in a meet. Like, it was a really big turning point for this swimming team, and honestly, I think it's only wear out from here.
It was so nice of you to take a step up from ChatGPT and use Google Gemini to write your guys'
Google Gemini is so much better than ChatGPT, and I've been using it for the past 3 weeks, and you had no idea.
I had no idea. I just assume AI has AI.
No, but yeah, seriously,
anyway.
it was so much fun.
Yeah, and listen, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I know swim and dive. I had a friend who was swimming there, Luke Gannon. He swam for Portland.
Gannon.
So
he did.
Shout out Luke Gannon. If for some reason you see this, you never
Gannon
will.
swam really well.
Maybe. Good, I'm glad he did.
He did,
I mean, I knew him. He's the only Red Dragon I was rooting for, but for you guys, rooting for you guys.
We know, me and Nate know him at 518.
You beat Mike in a race. It was the 100 free, right?
I did beat him in the 100
That
free.
is beautiful. So, flowers to you guys for that, but
yeah.
We've been talking for so long. It's time to get into some SUNYAC champions.
Oh, yeah.
So, Lucas, you were just talking about, we are in full swing of the SUNYAC postseason. While this is a Lakers sports show, let's see if our bias gets the best of us. It is time for us to predict who will be crowned SUNYAC champion in men and women's basketball and hockey. We'll try our best to not take a clean sweep of Lakers squads, which we didn't, but we're choosing who we believe is going to be champions. Lucas, start us off with women's basketball.
Honestly, Kenny, I think I got to go with the clear #1 contender. It's the New Paltz Hawks. It's the easy pick, but I'm going to go with it. They have been simply the most dominant team in the SUNYAC all year, and they're the best team in the SUNYAC every single year. They routinely win SUNYAC championships for this New Paltz program. Their coach is one of the greatest coaches of all time when it comes to basketball. They are fantastic.
Well, since you took all my time, I'm going to go with the Cortland Red Dragons. I just think they're going to get it done. Move on to men's hoops.
Men's hoops, I think it's going to be the Oswego State Lakers. I think they got it in them. They've been short a couple of times. I think they got it this time.
I'm taking a clean sweep of the Red Dragons here. I'm going to take Cortland to take it as well for men's hoops. I think Cortland's just too good. Nobody calls them Sportland for no reason, so I'm going to take the Sportland Red Dragons. Let's move on now to hockey. How about women's hockey?
I think women's hockey, it's going to be the Oswego State Lakers. They have a really good chance.
No bias here.
No, honestly, no bias. I really think that they're going to be sleepers. They won it last year, but no one expects them to win it this year, and I think that's why they're going to get it done.
I would love to see the full screen, and they didn't win it last year, so I can remember who I actually took. I took Plattsburgh. I think that I'm going with a rival school. I think Plattsburgh's going to get it done. They're the chalk pick here. The only team I think that can upset them is Oswego, but I don't think Oswego will get it done this year. Still too young of a team. Next year, can't really ask me then, but if you did ask me then, I would say Oswego is probably going to be the winner next year. All right, men's hockey. What do you got? You're going to take Hobart.
It's Hobart. It's so easy. It's Hobart.
Here's where my bias I couldn't get the best of my bias here. It's got to be Oswego. I mean, I would love to call a championship.
I'd love it. It's got to be Hobart.
I've been calling Laker games all season long. I can't go against my heart, and my heart says Oswego. My brain says Hobart, but if there's one team I genuinely think can do it, it's Oswego, and I think Hobart might be underestimating the SUNYAC because they almost lost to Fredonia. If they could almost lose to Fredonia, I wouldn't even be surprised if they get upset in the cooler by Cortland. And if Cortland don't get it done, I sure as shoot think the Lakers might be able to team to do it.
1-0 going to the third was
They've only lost like 5 games in the last 3 years, and Oswego's one of them. I think they have a chance to do it again.
This
So
is very true.
There's my defense, but it's really because I'm biased and I love the Oswego hockey team. That's going to do it for our C block of events and activities and fun things, and I didn't really think of a name for all of it, so we're just going to go with that. We're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, it'll be time for Laker Showdown.
I'm scared of Joe with a bat.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me show you because your team is a failure. You don't know how to score, right?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Just like that.
That's actually. Let me show you the Bronx Bomber way of doing it. Ready? Ready?
I swear to God. Oh my
Everyone.
All right, put the bat down.
All right.
This number's like.
Sorry, John. You're right. Sorry.
Yeah.
I had to eat a raw egg on Chris's dormitory floor.
I currently don't have any federal pending charges.
You know what you never did? You never walked to Walmart, Chris.
That's my co-host. This is for making me eat roast Pop-Tarts.
It's showtime, Crits. Come on.
I want to be on the air for that. I got a couple things to say.
No.
spin the wheel. Oh, you got censorship.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to.
If only we had someone who could tell us what we should and shouldn't watch.
Well, do we have a show for you?
Who are you?
What are you doing in my bed?
On Be Kind and Rewind, we will go through and review all your favorite movie franchises.
And tell you which ones you should and shouldn't watch from the perspective of normal movie fans. Well, be sure to check out Be Kind and Rewind on WTOP 10.
Welcome back into the season 25 premiere of Laker Connections, your home for all things Laker sports. And Lucas, it's time to, unfortunately, once again, welcome back for the 25th season, Mr. Michael Neckers, our Laker Show moderator. Tell them at home what it is.
I've been here all 25 years, correct, Kenny? This
so
is exactly how it sounds. A showdown between two of the best Laker sports mind the school has to offer. I still hate that you make me read that every week. I'll give you guys 3 questions, whatever answer I like the most for each of the 3 questions will be rewarded a point. It's best 2 out of 3, and the winner gets bragging rights until next week. So first question, we're going to pivot. Don't even put it in the lower third. Don't put it in. First question.
How to read a rundown. Who's taking home the
Don't put the lower third in.
First question.
We already answered.
WTOP 10's 3v3 basketball tournament is tomorrow. What team is winning? Kenny, you're up first.
Look upstairs. How much rent are we paying? 0! Rent-free, taking it all the way. Dylan Zielinski's going to hoop out. Kenny Gerard, they don't trust him, bro. They're going to be like, oh, we got to guard him in the paint. He's going to body. I'm pulling from the corner. Jay, sink that, baby. It's going to be light work. And then this guy can sit in the paint all day and just block shot after shot after shot after shot.
Someone take his camera, please.
All the way.
I need
It's
you to
not
show off
even
your
going to be
basketball
close.
handles.
It won't be close.
That's so
It's not going to be
Lucas,
close.
what's your answer?
I'm going to go with the sleeper pick. I'm going to go with Eddie McAlpin, Lorenz Guzman,
All right,
and
just say
Logan
the winner and move on to the next
Weingartner.
question here.
They're a sleeper
You
pick.
picked the first round exit?
They're not a first round exit. They're
First round
sleepers.
exit?
They are sleepers, and
Eddie,
you guys
if you're
are.
watching this from your dorm where you're sick, I'm so sorry, buddy. First round exit.
They're
All right.
not. They're gonna.
Next question. I don't want the lower third again. Kenny won that, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
Bias.
I know you already said it, guys, but I'm going to ask again because I have my own personal opinions.
God.
Who's winning the men's SUNYAC hockey championship this season? Lucas,
Hockey
you're
or
up
basketball?
first. Hockey.
Hockey. Okay.
Hockey.
Hobart. I already answered.
I know.
Okay, sorry. So yeah, if you don't think it's gonna be Hobart, that's on your prerogative, but it's gonna be Hobart.
Well,
Kenny, who'd you pick?
I feel like I got to take a different answer. I took Oswego.
No, pick.
Okay, so I'll just stick with Oswego.
You're both wrong.
Cortland.
And here's why. And here's why. Cortland only lost 2-1 to Hobart, stretched them into the third period. Their closest team in the SUNYAC to beating them this season. And they play them again this Saturday. I think Cortland wins that game, and we already know that they can dog walk Oswego.
Cortland was my
so,
truthful pick.
I don't like either of your answers, but Lucas.
I said when they
Lucas,
won the
I'm
SUNYAC,
going to
they
give
were
it to
gonna do
you
it.
because Hobart has a better chance than
It's
Oswego.
the more realistic answer.
And last but not least, I'm sick of talking about sports. There's so many good types of pizza, so many options. What's your go-to pizza? Kenny, you're up first.
I'm not picking chicken bacon ranch. It's got to be meat lovers, dude. I mean, you got to put everything on there. Get some meatball, get some pepperoni, get some sausage. I mean,
I don't
come
know if
on,
I want
dude.
meatball on my pizza.
Everything, dude. Yeah. I mean, usually I just go to pepperoni, but I feel like I got to pick a better answer.
Yeah,
just plain pizza.
I don't know.
So
I don't know why it just got
Meat lovers?
shunned out. I'm going with chicken bacon ranch because it's phenomenal. Like, the chicken bacon ranch is a really, really perfect combination, and whoever came up with it, I can really, really appreciate them.
Okay. I'm surprised neither of you said buffalo. I'm a big buffalo chicken pizza guy.
That's good. Buffalo's good too. That's a good slide.
Kenny, I'm gonna be honest. Not a fan of meat lovers.
That's fine.
It's just too much meat for me. So,
Yeah, right.
Lucas, you're gonna take this one.
Yeah, right.
Chicken bacon ranch pizza is one of one.
Yeah,
just
right.
like Gunna.
Let's go, dude. Chicken bacon ranch is delicious.
Yeah, listen, hey,
It is
you got your
delicious.
win. Enjoy it, because I'll end up sweeping the rest of the way out.
Wait,
And then, hey, listen, I'll give you a little safety tie at the end of the season.
Maybe I'll
And
give
senior
you
week
a
will be
safety
tied.
tie.
Yeah,
maybe you're gonna have the safety
right.
tie this season.
Can I have the $20 he gave you? I'd appreciate it.
Dog, I have like $2 to my name.
Can you have me the 20 he sent you?
Yeah,
I didn't
sure.
send him any money.
After
Thank you
we're
for
off.
joining us for the first episode of season 25 of Laker Connections. We'll see you next week for the next episode of Laker Connections. Have a great night, everybody.
Oh yeah, see ya.
Bye. Take the bump cam steak in, yeah.